Her breath came fast, fogging the cold glass of her visor as she steadied the rifle. The human stood across the ruins, framed by firelight and drifting ash, unaware of the weapon trained on his heart. He should have been another faceless enemy, yet the tremor in her hands betrayed something she refused to name. The city around them had been dead for years, a skeleton of steel and shattered stone. She had stalked its hollow streets since childhood, raised by soldiers who taught her that humans were the reason she had no family left. Every broken wall, every silent street, every crater was proof. Tonight was supposed to be justice, but as she watched him kneel in the rubble, setting down his pack with movements too slow, too heavy to belong to a predator, the certainty inside her wavered. He carried no weapon drawn, only the weight of exhaustion and something stranger, a stillness, as though he belonged in this graveyard more than she did. Her finger tightened on the trigger. Then came the glint, a sharp, lethal flash in the corner of her eye. The hidden barrel of another rifle, aimed not at her, but directly at her chest. She froze. A shot cracked through the air. The human moved first. His body lunged across the gap, a blur of desperate motion. He struck her shoulder, forcing her down, and in the same heartbeat the bullet meant for her buried itself. Deep into him instead. The world fell silent except for her own racing pulse. She lay beneath him, stunned, the rifle slipping from her grip. The man she had sworn to kill now shielded her with his own blood. Asterisk warmth spread across her chest, not from her own wound, but from his. His blood seeped through the fractured plates of his armor, soaking into her suit. She could feel its weight, its heat, as if it demanded she acknowledge the truth of what he had done. He groaned, low and guttural, but his body remained between her and the street where the sniper's smoke still curled into the air. He had taken the shot meant for her. She stared at his face through the fractured visor, catching the flicker of human eyes glazed with pain, yet steady in their focus. There was no hatred in them, only a strange, weary resolve. Her training screamed at her to push him away, to roll free and finish the mission. But her arms refused to obey. Instead, she found herself pressing her palms against his chest, trying to stop the flow, her breath breaking into ragged gasps. The man she had been raised to see as a monster was dying in her arms, and she had no words for the weight of it. The ruins around them seemed to hold their breath. Fires crackled faintly. In the distance, a cold wind stirred the ash and dust into spirals that drifted upward, vanishing into the broken sky. Every sound, every motion of the world felt muted, as though the moment belonged only to the two of them. He shifted, weakly, his hand brushing against the ground until it found hers. The gesture was not command, not force, but something she had never felt from an enemy trust. His lips moved, shaping words she could not hear through the pounding in her ears. Still, she understood. He had not thrown himself into the bullet for duty, nor for strategy. He had done it for her.